Hello, hello, hello. It is Sarah Otis here and Healing Hands Holistic Therapies. And so my camera, it's wanting to flip it. So sorry if it looks like I'm looking away. Let me switch it here and see if it. That's even worse. It's kind of different than like the Zoom. Hold on. It's a little bit better. All right. So hello and welcome. This is the first live stream I have done in a very long time. So overlook my appearance. I just wanted to jump on. It was one of those last minute, like just do it. No more procrastinating. So what I'm going to be sharing tonight are Anahata codes. And many of you may be familiar with me and some of you may have no clue who I am. So the Anahata codes it's a book of channeled numbers, let's say. And so the code is the number, and the what we refer to as the assisting frequency is the name. So the lady who channeled this, and it's her modality, which I am a certified Anahata codes practitioner. Her name is Holly Howell. So when we go into the codes, we go in with an asking. And then we go in and muscle test to see. There's, sorry, I'm looking back and forth between my two screens so I can look at things. Hold on. So there's 3 columns, and each column has 9 rows. Now, there are still some categories she added but hasn't finished channeling them, because how she does a lot of it is as it comes. Or if someone asks and it's not already been channeled, then the channeling comes through. But there's multiple different categories of codes that are within the Anahata codes. I don't know how to say it, like layout or something. So the category we're going to be utilizing today is the flower essence, because to me, it's one of the best ones. That I love the flower essence, the crystals, and the animals, because there's so much wisdom and knowledge packed in to each of the items in the category. So once you narrow down which category, you get into that, and then there's a whole list that you muscle test then to see which one you're in need of. So with everything that's going on in the collective, there is a lot, and there's so much chaotic energy. And it can create a host of physical symptoms within your body and in your life, and one of it being chaos. And this uneasiness, anxiety, a restless energy, feeling like you're forgetting to do something, or are you doing this? Are you not? Ungrounded. Am I here? Feel like you're in multiple places at once. Have difficulty sleeping, digestive issues, forgetfulness, and the list goes on and on and on. And the biggest thing is, if we have a chronic issue of being ungrounded into our bodies, into Mother Earth, you are more susceptible to picking up energies from the collective and from other people that you interact with. You know, you can walk through the grocery store and walk out, maybe walk in feeling fantastic and leave and be like, oh my God, I'm so tired, I'm exhausted, and apologize, my nose is itching. So what I was going to ask tonight was, and when I say we, it's going to be whoever's drawn to watch this video, whoever comes across it, you need something from what's going to be shared tonight. So what I'm tapping into is, what are we most in need of at this time to help balance our energies during this upheaval and chaos in the collective consciousness as each of us are going through our own personal up-leveling. So when we go into the flower essences, there's between 12 and 113 different options. So let me muscle test, tune in to see which one is going to best answer my asking. Okay, 9, 3. Oops. And I always have the hardest time saying this one. It's scleranthrus. So let me go do a search for this. And then I always kind of like tune into each of the populated websites to see which one I feel like is going to best serve what we're looking for. So just a basic benefit of the scleranthrus: it encourages the positive potential of certainty and decisiveness. For those who are viewed as unreliable and often change their mind when making decisions between two possibilities, be more spontaneous when making decisions. Which that decisiveness can really be, what's the word I'm looking for? Muddied, I guess. Because when we, like, our mind is not clear, like we're ungrounded, we're unbalanced, we're stressed out, we're feeling restless, you're tuning into your boss's energy, your family members, your kids, whoever it is. A lot of times we can't narrow down a decision. Like, it's like that perpetual question each night that the family asks, what do you want for dinner? I don't know. Not hungry. It's just like, somebody make a decisive decision. And a lot of times that's where whomever cooks, whether it be the mother or the father, housekeeper, whoever, they decide this is what we're having tonight. In a lot of ways, it's actually quite helpful because see, they're being very decisive. So they have that strong energy that the scleranthrus is trying to instill to help support us from my asking of what would help balance our energies during this collective chaos as our bodies up level. So further on with this one, so when there's an imbalance of why this flower essence would be needed or utilized, it says helps when we find it difficult to make up our minds. Sometimes there are two options, sometimes more. It's classic, like when you go to a restaurant. Sometimes, yeah, it's nice when you go to a place that has a menu that's very extensive, too many options, but then you're like, there's too many options. And then we get into that, if I order this, I think I really want this. And then 3 decisions later, you decide on something else. Then once it comes, you're like, God, I really wish I had gone with the steak. It would have been much better than chicken or the salad, whatever it be. It's that the biggest energy I pick up on, and I can vouch I'm going through it too, is that fear of missing out. That if we don't do something, we're going to miss something. Or if we don't do this, we don't read this, we don't watch this, we don't listen to this, oh my God, we're going to miss something. The thing is, and I have to remind myself of it often too, if it's something that's meant for us, it will cross our path. Now, everything that's on social media doesn't need to be read by you. You can just scan right by it. Now, if it tends to, I find a lot of times my feed wants to like pause, and it's the little wheels circling. It's trying to, I guess, connect. It's buffering, and it'll be hovering on one post. And sometimes I, we'll just ignore it. But there's other times it's like, read this, and it's like, okay, thank you, Spirit. Needed to hear that. So I didn't miss out on something that I was meant to hear. So further on this, it says the scleranthrus and correct me, anyone who's watching, if I'm saying it incorrect. It's just the way my tongue will let me say it. It works with uncertainty, affects both small and not so small decisions, such as, should I marry Joe or Peter? Should I buy a red notebook or a blue notebook? Which may both be a state of why you would need this flower essence. Let's see. It says sometimes the indecisiveness manifests itself in other ways. Some people who suffer mood swings and motion sickness turn out to be suffering from this scleranthus indecision. But neither symptom by itself is an indication. The emotional state is always key. So it says taking this remedy helps us know what we want. We reconnect with our intuition and are able to choose simply and decisively. Let's see. It says, those who suffer much from being unable to decide between two things, the first one seeming right than the other, they are usually quiet people and bear their difficulty alone, as they are not inclined to discuss this with others. And this was from the BachCenter.com website. And let me just see if anything else jumps out at me. Sometimes there's another one that gives you a little bit more information. So this one talks about some of the patterns you might exhibit if you're indicating you need this flower essence. So based on my asking, if you kind of just sit and be quiet and tune into your life, what's been going on in the past, what's currently going on, maybe some things that you're planning towards. Do you have any issues of hesitation, indecision, confusion, and ambiguity? Come on, tongue. Ambiguity, wavering between choices or values. And what I want to add to that is like wavering between people with morals and no morals, values, no values, people who respect you, who don't. So there's a lot of this energy. And of course, the powers that be like to stir up a lot of indecisiveness in the field to create chaos, people arguing, and many things that ends up creating even further imbalances in your field. So I found the website I was looking for. So it says, when you simply can't make up your mind, this essence will help. If you're missing opportunities in life because you simply can never decide which way to jump, you're in a negative scleranthus state. This personality is often compared to as the grasshopper, jumping from one thought and idea to another in reaction to any and every outside impulse. While this personality does not seek advice from others, preferring to make up their own mind, they are influenced by those around them. They'll listen to the arguments for and against an action and be completely on one side of the question until they talk to someone else and hear the opposite view. And then they're like, oh my God, I don't know what decision to make. When pondering both sides, they'll switch their opinions back and forth enough times to make anyone dizzy. Often this indecision causes them to miss opportunities because the rest of the world simply is not going to sit around weeks for them to make up their mind. So while this personality is most often seen in women, they have known men who suffer from it as well. These were people with whom you could not carry on an intelligent conversation because they switch subjects seemingly in the middle of a sentence. It takes all of your energy just to follow and try to figure out what they're talking about now. And I know you all had those conversations. There's this one here in the United States, there's a Geico commercial, the little lizard or whatever he is. Geico. is on the table, and there's a couple sitting there. And it's kind of confusing because he's asking them questions and they're talking about chips and guacamole and all this stuff. And he's just like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? And then they each say what they're talking about. And he's just like, okay, I wasn't getting any of that. I know I've been in those conversations, and I've probably been that person, because sometimes I'll find when I'm in these deep conversations with people, they're looking at me like not quite following, because I tend to sometimes jump between things, because sometimes in my mind, when I go into these deep conversations, I forget some of these people don't know the backstory, or so I just like jump into the story, and like they've missed out on all this. They have no clue of how we got to this point. Or I may jump between periods of time and then come back, and they're just like, okay, you lost me. And I will admit I'm guilty of it. So let's see. It says this personality is clearly out of balance, but is constantly seeking that balance and trying to come to good decisions. Once cleared of the negative state, they are able to make decisions quickly and with intuitive confidence. It says, while in the negative state, this person's body as well as thoughts and emotions can be in a state of turmoil. The imbalance may show up as complaints of the inner ear or motion sickness. Since their body can't make up its own mind, their symptoms can change from day to day. Doctors could become frustrated with treating these type people, since one day they could be running a fever, and the next their temperature is subnormal, and then the next they may be experiencing a ravenous hunger, and the next no appetite at all. One day they may be experiencing diarrhea, and then constipated the next. So this person can also be fidgety, unable to sit still and concentrate. It says, as with all negative states, the person is failing to listen and follow the guidance of their higher self. So when you think of, if you're imbalanced, you're in that chaos and the turmoil, most likely you're not grounded into your body and into your higher self, into Mother Earth. You were just aimlessly moving about the day, absorbing everybody's issues and conflicts and the collective energies and stuff that surrounds you. Unbeknownst to you, at the end of the day, you feel like you're sitting with a mountain on top of you and be like, why am I feeling this way? I don't know. So it says, after treatment with the Bach flower remedies, the connection will be reestablished and these symptoms will disappear. Then they will show great powers of concentration and determination. They'll be versatile and flexible and able to consider both sides of an issue and come to a correct decision. Once annoying, their presence will now be soothing to others. All right. So let me get a drink of water. And if anybody's watching, please pop into the chat and say hello. It's been so long since I've done a live chat. I don't even know if it shows me if anyone's here. I'm not seeing anything. Okay. So with what we call install this code, your body, we can install it into your field. But if your body doesn't want it or need it, it just pops it off. So don't ever think that something's being installed into your energetic field that could harm you, because these do no harm. Your body will only utilize it if it needs it. It's not doing any harm if you decide to install it. So when I do it here live and you're watching, you can just, place your hands on your chest, or, do the hand position and say, I choose to install this Anahata code. So when we install the code, your left palm is going to be, hey, Joanne, thanks for letting me know you're here. You'll blah, 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 blah. Place your hand facing up. So then you can just, lay it on the table, your leg or chair, wherever you are. Your right hand's going to go over the center of your chest, over your heart. And I will do all the talking. All you have to do, you can do the hand placement, or you can just sit and put both your hands over your heart and be quiet, whatever you want to do. Because when I'm doing it for a group of people, anyone who wants to receive it, you just have to say, yes, I choose to receive. So I will do saying, I will repeat the sequence a total of 7 times. And at that time, at the 7th time, you'll then take your left palm and place it over top of your right palm. And will be a closing, and I'll ask it. I'll say a few things, and I'll say, take a nice deep breath in and blow it out. And at that point, the code has been installed or energetic field. Okay. So when I say assume the position, this is what I mean. Okay. Left palm up, right hand over your heart. We ask for, accept, align with, and hold this Anahata code with gratitude. We now choose to align with the Scleranthus flower essence remedy. 7784 5624 3. 7784 5624 3. 7784 5624 3. 7784 5624 3. 7784 5624 3. 7784 5624 3. 7784 5624 3. Now put your left palm over your right and just allow this frequency to move throughout your field, to go wherever there's that energy of indecisiveness, indecision, anxiety, chaos, turmoil, whatever it is. Allow it to work its magic to balance out all of this so that you can come to being in a balanced state of decision, decisiveness, and calm. Take a nice deep breath in. Woo! Kind of made me feel woo! All right, so anyone else that's popped in, feel free to say hello and where you are in the world. So I'm going to write this down because I'm going to do a couple more. So. Okay. And anyone that's here live, if you would like a code pull, you'll have to just pop in and say, yes, please. I'd like a code. So the second one I want to ask, what are our bodies most in need of? Let me think how I want to ask this. Hold on. Okay. What are our bodies most in need of at this time that will help with balancing, maintaining, and utilizing our electrolytes? Okay, so this one is it's called Larch. So the biggest thing right now with so many energetic downloads and the whole Schumann resonance coming, online, and all the white, which is the like 5th dimensional higher energies being downloaded into our systems, it can really throw you off balance. It can make you feel horrible, lethargic, want to sleep all the time, antsy, restless, or you might feel really good, happy, full of energy, like go, 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 let's get things done. I kind of go between the two. And lately I'm having a really, really hard time maintaining my electrolytes. And I've spoken to numerous people the same thing. And we've all kind of, talked about how I'm in the northern hemisphere, so we're still in summer. And we had had almost a month of where I am on the East Coast, it'd been cooler temperatures than what we've been having. Instead of being in the 90s, we were back more in the 70s and 80s, and just a lot of rain. And now we're back to the 90s, not so much rain. And I find this summer, if you go out, I can only be out there for a few minutes to like 15 minutes to 30 minutes, and I will feel completely drained. And I can come in and take some minerals and feel a lot better. And I've muscle tested and found out that my potassium sodium is having a really hard time staying in a state of balance, homeostasis. So when we are out of balance with our electrolytes, that affects everything in our bodies, and it can make you feel really bad. It can make you have a headache. You can be very lethargic. You might even feel like you have difficulty speaking, can't have a clear thought. You're tired. I find a lot of times I'm very agitated. So once I take my electrolytes, I feel a lot better. So let's do a little search of larch. So let me get over here. And like I say, if anyone else other than Joanne is watching, please say hello. And if you'd like a code pulled, say yes, please. All righty. So the first thing on larch flower essence, so that's LARCH is the spelling. So it helps to instill a greater sense of self-esteem when you feel inferior, fear failure, or lack confidence. And it's kind of a lot of ways how you feel when you aren't feeling good and you're feeling weak or lethargic. You feel very vulnerable. Like, oh my God, I'm afraid to leave the house because I'm feeling so weak. Someone may attack me, or can I defend myself, or can I fight something off type feeling. And that's kind of like almost like an instinctual, may not be like your first, like, I'm thinking this today. It's like ancestral programmed thought that when we feel weak, tired, or lethargic, are we going to be able to defend ourselves when the tiger, saber-toothed tiger, or the alligator, whatever's coming at us, the snake, when you think back through the generations of what our ancestors have had to defend themselves against. And if you're like me, when you're tired, you're just kind of like, buddy, I can barely get my clothes on, have the energy to drive my car to the grocery store. I'm not going to be able to, do much more. So that brings up a lot of those feeling unworthy, feeling inferior, don't have the confidence, your esteem may be low. And I know a lot of people that, deal with chronic illness have a lot of issues with that. So let me look down through here. See if I can find that one website I like. All right. So this kind of repeat of what I already said. So it says larch is indicated when people are needing, they lack confidence in themselves and have an air of false modesty. They see themselves as inferior, believing they are not as capable as others, fearing failure that they do not even try, always thinking, I can't. So to go on further. So, of course, the negative state is underconfident, expecting failure. The positive state is confidence, assurance, self-esteem. So it says the large people believe themselves to be inferior and lack the confidence to do the activities that they see others doing. And a lot of times they might say, oh, I don't have the schooling, the knowledge, the wisdom, the expertise, the training, whatever it may be. And so they just go ahead and discount that they're not capable of what they see other people doing. That's not always true. So it says they display an air of false modesty and expect to be failing at things. Never even try. Their internal message keeps saying, I can't, I can't, I can't. They even appear self-effacing, passive, and lacking in determination. This essence can bring forth the expression of objectivity and perseverance. With each new small success, self-confidence grows. So affirmations you can use is I have the confidence to try new things and succeed. And I am as capable as everyone else. And then indications would be it's helpful for anyone at one time or another, those who believe everyone is better or better qualified than they are, and those that may feel failure. It says this can many times originate from traumas earlier in life, especially if constantly as a child you had drilled into you that you can't do this, you will fail, other people know more than you. I found this a lot, growing, through the college years. A lot of times you would meet back up with people you went to high school with or something. And they'll be like, oh, what are you doing these days? And you always hated, especially if you hadn't graduated from the 4-year, degree, you'd always felt like you weren't worthy, or weren't as good as those who had. And many times they made fun of those of us that chose to leave 4-year college and go into more of like a specialized or a technical degree or something like that. Some people would be like, oh, you didn't graduate from university. Well, you don't know anything. And I used to believe that. And I mean, it's like for years I repeated that in my mind that I'm not as good as those who graduated from 4-year university, even though what I ended up going into becoming a licensed medical massage therapist was beyond what a 4-year degree would be. But it's not the bachelor's in arts or bachelor's in science or, and so on and so on. So a lot of it is our perception on how we choose to perceive this. And so if you think about those instilled beliefs and traumas, they can really take a toll on us. So when installed, bring it up here. And I feel like I need to sneeze, but it's not coming. Whew. All righty, so hopefully it won't come in the middle. Anytime if I mess up, I have to start all over. So, all righty. All right, so assume the position, left palm up, right hand over your heart. We ask for, accept, align with, and hold this Anahata code. With gratitude, we choose to align with the large flower essence. 367-92-839. 367-92-839. 367-92-839. 367-92-839. 367-92-839. 367-92-839. 367-92-839. Left palm of your right. And breathe in. I am worthy. I can do this. And I am brilliantly knowledgeable about everything in life if I choose to allow myself to be. And I choose me. Take a nice deep breath in. Blow it out. All right. So, Miss Joanne. So I'll give Joanne a choice. Do you want a flower essence or a crystal code pulled? Like I say, anyone else that may be joining this live, if they would like a code pull, say yes, please. And if they want a flower essence or crystal, so she wants a flower essence. So what is Joanne Sanchez most in need of at this time to bring balance in her life? And I say that as like and it's going to collect everything that she's got going on in her field that she needs the most help with to bring balance. Let me tune in. So this is the Cosmos Flower Essence. Search. Let's see. Okay. So just kind of reading some of the little snippets that come up on websites. The first one talks about that the Cosmos Flower Remedy joyfully connects us to a higher state of inspiration, focus, and clarity. It is one of the many essences that provides support for speaking and writing. Now, I know Joanne personally, and I think this nails it, hits home for her. So it says it helps those whose inspirations are blocked and the connection between heart and head is tangibly out of sync. These persons can be flooded with chaos, rendering a lack of ability to connect to a deeper thoughts and visions. This may be a good essence for introverts and those who have difficulty sharing their true thoughts with ease. Let's see if there's another one that pops out. Gives us a little more details. She says that's perfect. I felt it was. Let's see what this one says. So it helps to support us to express our most essential and heartfelt self. You know, a lot of times if we feel stagnant or blocked or shut down, we sure as heck are not going to open our little heart and be like, oh, let's express ourselves with grace and ease. Be like, no, I got to protect. We got to protect because, you know, I'm feeling vulnerable or feel a need to defend myself, especially when we can't connect what's going on from our heart to our mind and vice versa, and it meet in the middle to verbalize it or come out our arms to our hands, but you need the hands to connect to the mind and to the heart so that that can flow freely. So it says it encourages authentic self-expression by helping us to be open and align our hearts and throat chakras more fully. This helps us speak and act from our hearts with greater honesty, clarity, power, confidence, and in greater alignment with our most deeply held beliefs. So it says it empowers those of us who are nervous about public speaking so we can more confidently and eloquently speak in public. It's wonderful support when we need to speak our truth completely and clearly. Loves to work with singers, brings soulfulness to their voices. And kind of an affirmation you can say is, I am the full expression of my divine self. So let's get this one installed. And anyone can install this because there will be aspects that most anyone can benefit from when, when a code arises for someone else. It could be in a different respect in your life. You're needing that. And it could be it's working on an ancestor many lifetimes before you. They may have had difficulty with public speaking or expressing their true authentic self. And so as it comes down through the ancestry, you may have a block in another respect. That isn't necessarily having fear of speaking. It could be the writing or painting or, even the art, how when you're cooking, you're baking, you're making things, you are expressing your creativity through those things. And the more people infuse that creativity you can feel that heartfelt creativity flowing through and the beauty that blossoms from what you end up receiving. It even infuses in the flavor that comes through. Okay? So assume the position. We ask for, accept, align with, and hold this Anahata code. With gratitude, we choose to align with the cosmos flower essence. 002 346 855. 002 346 855. 002 346 855. 002 346 855. 002 346 855. 002 346 855. 002 346 855. Left palm over your right, and allow this frequency to fill and flow throughout your being, to allow that true, most authentic version of you to feel safe, to come out and allow yourself to blossom and shine in whatever creative outlet that is most in need of balancing at this time. Take a nice deep breath in and blow it out. And it is so. All right. So there's one other thing I want to do. Let me see if I can find my information. Whoops, wrong thing. Hold on. Give me just a second. And I'll allow anyone else that's here live, if they, one last chance, if you would like a code pulled, say yes, please, and whether you want a flower essence or a crystal. Okay. Well, it's like it's hiding from me. Hold on. One other place. Well, this time for you. There's so many files. Sometimes it takes a minute to find what you're needing. Let's see. All right, so one other thing I'm wanting to do, if I can get this to open. It's a quick little, come on. Just a quick healing. It's working with the Acturian energies and the dragon energies. It's called the Holy Fire Healing. So if you get to where you can be somewhere quiet, and if not, you can come back and listen to the replay when you can be. And just close your eyes and allow yourself to just turn off and tune out the rest of the world. And take some nice deep breaths in. These nice cleansing breath in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, breathe out, 1, 2, 3. Take another deep breath in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, just breathe normal. One last breath in, take a nice deep breath in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3. Now just return to just your normal breathing, allowing yourself to go deeper and deeper into just a nice calm state. And telling any thoughts or worries or anything, even people, please go away. Leave me alone. I will take care of or deal with this later. I'm taking time for me. Alrighty. So the purpose of utilizing the holy fire is to, one, burn things away, to clear out your field. Kind of think of it as like I moved my prop. The feather duster. So if you have one of the feather dusters, it collects all the dust and stuff that you're sweeping up. I see it as like gathering up energies, tying it up, and then sweeping it into a nice little pile, and then be done with it. So it can help to burn away, clear up, remove limitations, traumas, and further activate your highest divine potential and purpose. And of course, when I say traumas, things that are heightened in your field right now. And we're going to utilize the codes that we've already installed tonight to help bring further clarity, help you with decisiveness and clarity of decisions, and to remove that turmoil and chaos that may be running rampant in your system. So right now you can bring anything up to mind that you really would like to have cleared away, or have the stagnancy or limiting thoughts and beliefs cleared away, so that you can have clear thought, clear mind, clear sight, step into play. So you bring it into mind. You don't need to relive the drama or trauma or whatever it may be. Just you bring it to your mind, and I'm letting you know that you are safe, and I'm asking that you remind yourself that you're safe. You're not back in any trauma or drama that you bring to mind, that you are safe, you are here right now listening to my voice, and all is well. But I want you to connect into the feeling where it is in your body you feel it the most, and what you may be feeling. And it may be something completely different than what the situation is. So tune into that, and that's what I want you to focus on. So it could be something like you're feeling a queasiness in your stomach, or feel like you have a frog in your throat, or a lump in your throat and you can't swallow. So just focus on that at this minute. So now I'm starting to call in and bring in the Acturian holy fire energies. It might feel cool, it might feel hot, or you may feel nothing at all. As it begins to flow up through your feet and up through your body. It's more of a greenish color, but it may present to you in a different shade. And as it comes up through your body, it's working on burning away, transmuting, clearing the traumas and the belief systems connected to your incident or situation. This energy is very multidimensional and works on all levels, mind, body, and spirit. Oh, some big stuff being cleared. So as it goes all the way up, just allow this to continue to burn away, transmute, and clear any emotions you may have. Some new emotions pop up, new areas of the body of sensations that are affecting you. If it gets a little overwhelming, breathe into it. Tangibly hold where you might be experiencing it. Remind yourself you are safe. You are safe. You are safe. Say, I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. You may even touch yourself, pat yourself, and remind yourself that it's August 30th, 2022, and you're listening to Sarah speaking to you today. And she's reminding you, you are safe. You are not that incident that simply was a mirror to you of something that needed to be acknowledged and healed. It could be bringing up fear, anger, guilt, shame, regret. We're asking that this clear out any of that cellular trauma, getting into each and every cell in the body, cleansing, clearing, revitalizing, and replenishing them, rewiring your DNA now that the trauma is being cleared out. And as it continues to travel up through your body, it's creating new neural pathways through all of your cellular tissues and your DNA. Also clearing out any traumas and illness and injuries from your musculoskeletal system, your organs, your tendons, ligaments, and all fluids in the body, especially the lymphatic system. Making sure that the lymphatic system is running smoothly, removing and clearing out all stagnancy or blocks that may be being created in the areas where we are holding on to the patterns of trauma and the emotions. And as it's creating these new neural pathways, it's doing it in a way that you do not need to relive the traumas or go through all the misbeliefs or the perspectives and perceptions again, or what occurred. Allow the energy to come up and out the top of the head. Just allow yourself to be quiet, centered, and allow the work to continue to take place. Notice how your thoughts end up resting and residing in your being. And now the fire is going to start to slow down its vigor, diminishing and diminishing. And as it recedes back down into Mother Earth, I ask that you take in a nice, deep, cleansing breath, just to allow all the shifts and changes to integrate. And your body, remind it once more that it is safe to integrate, utilize, and assimilate all the changes that have just taken place. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing your consciousness back to the now moment. When you're ready, open your eyes, fully alert, fully aware, and fully grounded into the being where we are here on August 30th, 2022. All right, so anyone else who's joined us live, this is your last chance. If you would like to have an Anahata code pulled, you can say yes, please, in the comments. And whether you want a flower essence or a crystal. So, because now it's showing this number of people are watching. So, and I invite anyone who has popped on or will be watching on the replay to go back to the beginning and rewatch everything. And I shared 2 Anahata codes for the collective, and then one for Joanne, and anybody else can install that as well. So I don't see anyone else requesting. There's one last chance. If you want some assistance, say yes, please. Otherwise, I will sign off until next time. So one last chance. Going, gone. All right. So as always, you can check out my website, Sarah Otis. That's OTIS.com. You can see the services I offer. You don't catch me much on social media. It's just not my thing. But I pop on and do things as I'm called to do. But I am available for one-on-one services. So get in touch. If I know I'm having some difficulties with my scheduler on my website, so you can message me on social media. And also you can send a request through my website. So if I speak to you and you like the energy, reach out. I'd love to work with you and help you bring balance in the midst of chaos that is going on in the collective consciousness of humanity as we go through one of the, I would say, probably the largest massive up leveling that humanity has ever experienced. So until next time, keep on shining, keep on being the authentic version of you that you've been keeping locked away and hidden for far too long. It's time for you to open the door and allow your beautiful brilliance to shine. All right, much love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.